Fine, good afternoon to you all students. Hi students, how are you? I hope you all are fine. Students, are you revising daily's portion? So have you all studied till yesterday's portion? So now we have completed till chapter 6. So last class onwards I am taking classes about chapter 7. So welcome to our today's online class. So all of you take your textbooks in your hand. Students, all of you take your computer textbooks in your hand. All of you take. So have you all taken? Take your mobile phones and sit in a place and listen the class what I am teaching, okay? So now we are studying about chapter 7. So what's the title of the chapter? Python functions. So this chapter we are studying what do you mean by function and what are the types of functions? What's the use of functions? What do you mean by functions? Functions are some set of statements or blocks of code used to perform some actions, isn't it? So, in this function you have studied lot of things. What are the user-defined function, built-in function, lambda function. So, each and everything you are studying in detail. So, last class you have studied about user-defined function, isn't it? How you need to write the function and what are the steps of you need to follow to write the function. So this and all things you have studied. So today we are going to study about function arguments. Okay. So what do you mean by arguments? So last class we have studied about parameters, isn't it? So similar thing only, arguments also similar to parameters. So we are say arguments or parameters. Okay. So what is the meaning of parameters? Some values you are assigning inside the function definition, or some variables you are assigned inside the function definition. Then how you are accessing that one? What do you mean by variables? For example, a function name area of. In the last class you have studied about one program to calculate the area. So the formula width into height. Are you remembering that one? So width into height, W into H. So W and H we are calling as an arguments or parameters. Understand? So how you will call the parameters or arguments? By calling the function name. Isn't it? Yes. So similar way only. So we are telling what's the use of this argument mean to call the function. Okay. So what's the main use of arguments? Arguments are mainly used to call the function. Okay. So these arguments are divided into 4 types. Okay. So arguments are divided into how many types of functions? 4 types. Okay. Among these 4 types you can able to use any one of the type in a program. Understand? So what are the 4 types of argument means? First one is function arguments. What are the 4 types of function argument means? First one is required arguments. Okay. First one is now itself you study. So while I am taking class itself, I am dictating 2 or 3 or 4 times. So at that time itself, please listen and study. Okay. Then no need to study again. So please listen carefully and study. Okay. So what's the first argument? Required arguments. What's the second one? Keyword argument. Third one is default argument. Fourth one is variable length arguments. Okay. So what are the 4 types of arguments? Required arguments, keyword arguments, default arguments and variable length arguments. Okay. So you are going to study these 4 arguments in detail. Okay. First thing is required arguments. Okay. Name itself having required. What's the meaning of required? Required means something is needed or something is important. Something need to specify. That is called required. Okay, so what's the meaning of record argument means? So here you are passing some values to the function definition, isn't it? So you need to pass some values in the function definition in correct positional order. Understand? So I'll explain with example, then only you will get understand. So you need to pass the values to the function or passing the arguments into the function in correct positional order. First point. Okay. Then second point, the number of arguments should match exactly in the function definition. Okay. So one time you read, I'll explain with example. Then again you can recall this one. Then only you will get understand. Okay. One time you read. So what's the second point I said? First point is the whatever arguments you are passing, that arguments need to be in correct positional order. Okay. Then how many arguments you are passing in the function, that should exactly match to the function definition. Okay. Then so at least one parameter you need to give. Otherwise you will get the syntax errors. 3 point. First one is pass to the function in correct positional order. First point. Second one is so should match exactly in the function definition. How many arguments you are passing, it should exactly match. That point is at least one parameter you should give, otherwise you will get the error. Okay. So same thing. So I'll explain with example. Afterwards we can study that one. Then only you will get understand. Okay. So this program I'll explain at the last class. Listen, what's the first point I said? Arguments are passed to the incorrect positional order. So what do you mean by positional? For example, in this program, listen. What's this one? Def is a keyword. Next, what's the format to write the function? Keyword def, then function name. What's the function name? Area. What are the arguments here? W and H. This only we are calling as an arguments. Okay. So how many arguments are there? 2. What are they? W as well as H. So first point in record arguments, what first point you have studied? Should pass in correct positional order. What's the meaning of that one means? So you are passing 2 values. See the last line. So this is for calling the function, isn't it? You are calling the function with values. So what's the value of W here? 3. What's the value of H here? 5. So correct positional means, so you have given 2 values. So while you are running the program will automatically, the interpreter will take the value 3 to W and H to 5. That's the correct positional order. So if you are giving like this, if you are running the program, whether the interpreter will take the value 3 for H and 5 for W? No. Why? Because first position belongs to W. Then second position belongs to H. That's the correct positional order. Understand the first point now? Understand? Have you understand? So first point is, so whatever arguments you are passing, so the passed in the function in a correct positional order. First value means first it will take to the first argument. Second value will take to second arguments. Understand? That's the first point. Then second point you study, so function should match exactly the function definition. So what's the meaning means? So exactly match the function definition. Listen. So here you are giving 2 values, isn't it? W as well as H. So you are calculating the area using the formula W into H. So I am telling here W and H, 2 variables you need to calculate the area. But here you are declaring only one variable. For example, I am telling. So here you are not declaring this variable H. Or not giving this argument H. W alone you are giving. So without giving H, so you are giving def area of W. That's all. Then return W into H. Print area of 3, 5. Now you are running the program. What output you will get? Whether you will get the output? No, you will get the error message. Why? That's the second point. So here you need the for formula you are using 2 arguments W and H. But here you are declaring only one argument. So whether it is matched, whether this two arguments matches to here? No, there is no match. That means how many arguments you are giving, based on that only you can able to give the values. Here you are giving only one argument, but you are passing values to two arguments. Whether it is matched? No. Like that, if you are giving means only W you are giving, here you are giving two values, means whether the value will match to that argument? No. So here two arguments or two variables you are giving, means here also you need to pass two values. Here 3 you are giving, means here also you need to give 3 values. Here 4 means here also you need to 4. Each argument will match to the values. That means equal. Here 4 means here 4. Here 3 means here 3 values. For example, A equal to B, A equal to 3, B equal to 10, C equal to 15. Simply if you are giving A, B, C, here passing only one value is 3. Whether the value for B and C it will get? No. That is our second point. Match the exactly with the function definition. Understand? Third point, at least one parameter needs to declare, otherwise you will get error. So here inside the function, here you are giving two parameters. At least one parameter you need to give, otherwise you will get the error. Understand now? Understand the 3 points? Yes. So now we are going to study the example program for this required arguments. Okay. So see this example. Here, what's this one? Def is a keyword. Keyword, what's the function name? Print string of. So inside the print string of you are giving how many arguments? What is this one? str? Str is an argument or parameters. How many parameters you are passing to this function? Only one. What's the name of that argument? str. Okay. So listen. Next, inside this function you are giving the statements. Inside the print you are giving example required statements. One line you are typing. Then again you are printing this one. Print string. So you are going to print this. What are the things you are giving? You are going to print. Then you are giving the statement return. What's the meaning of return? So return means, so it will return some values. Okay. Next, listen. Next line you are giving print string of, and you are not giving or passing any values. What's the thing I said in the last program? So you should, how many arguments you are passing. This is called function calling. See, what's the name of the function? Print string. You are calling the function without passing values. Whether you are passing any values to str. Understand what I am telling? So this is the function name, print string. So you should pass some values for this string here. But in this program, they are not giving any values. Simply they have declared the argument, but they are not passing the values. You need to give some values for the string. But here, simply they call the function without passing the values. In the place of str, whether they have passed any values? No. So now you are running the program. Whether you will get the output. So what's the third point you have studied in required argument? At least one parameter you should pass. Otherwise you will get syntax error. Understand the third point? So if you run the program, you will get the error. See, these are the errors. Like this errors you will get. So what error you are getting? Required argument. So the program is telling here arguments need to recur. In where? In print string. This line there is no argument. Okay. So this kind of error. What they are telling? Print string missing one required position argument str. So in the error you are getting in the place of str you are not giving any values. Understand this program? Same program. Listen. So in the place of this program, in the place of this str here, I am giving welcome. Think and say, in the place of this one, print string of, so I am giving welcome. So now what's the value of a string str? Welcome. Otherwise think, so in the place of you are giving hi. Print string of hi. So now you are running the program. What output you will get? Think and say, in the place of print string of I am giving hi. So what's the value of str here? Hi. So listen. Print, what's the output you will get? First the program will run. So inside the function, what's the first line? Example required arguments. First line. Next, print str of. So the value of str where you are passing in the function definition. So in the place of str what you are passing? Hi. So what output second line you will get? Hi. Understand? So otherwise if you pass the value welcome means what output you will get? First line example required arguments. Second line in the place of str you will get hi or welcome. Understand the program? Understand? See. So first line you are getting the output as example required arguments. That the first line you are giving in print statement. So in the place of str what you are giving I said welcome. Okay. So if you give welcome means you will get output as a welcome. If you are giving hi means you will get the output as a hi. Understand about the required arguments? See, please understand and study. Otherwise, it is very tough for you to study. Don't mug up it, okay? Please understand and study. Okay? So, first thing is required arguments over. Second argument is keyword argument. Okay? So, required arguments always need to find the arguments in correct position. 3 points to study. What are they? Correct positional order. Then match of the arguments need to be there. At least one parameter you should pass. 3 things you have studied. Likewise, in keyword arguments, the function will identify the parameters by their parameter names. Okay, so that's the important thing. So how the keyword arguments will identify the function? By parameter names, name of the parameter. Okay, so here also the values you are passing to the parameter will be matched to the parameter name. Okay, and also one thing, here no need to arrange the arguments in order. But in the key or required arguments, what you have studied? In correct positional order, I said. So the thing about the first example, W into H. So W and H means first value will assign to W, second value to assign in H. Need to be in correct positional order. But in keyword arguments, no need to assign the values in correct positional order. Improper order also you can assign. Okay. So 3 points here also you have studied. What are they? So keyword arguments will call the function or identify the function by their parameter names. That's important. What's the first point? Keyword arguments always identify the function with their parameter name of the parameter. Okay, and also what values you are passing to the parameters or argument should be matched to the parameter name. Okay, what's example means? For example, you are giving in a program you are giving a student of, an example I am telling student of, inside the student of you are giving passing two parameters. What are they means? Student of name comma age. Understand? Name comma age. So how many parameters or arguments are there? For example, student of, what's the function name? Student. Inside the student of I am giving name comma age. That are the two arguments, isn't it? Name and age. But so in the place of name what I need to give? Name of the student. For example, in the place of name I am giving Asha. And in the place of age I am giving the value as a 15. So that's correct. That name argument is matched to the name of the student. Age equal to 15 means that argument will pass to the match the age of the student. But listen, I am giving in the place of name I am giving 15 and in the place of age I am giving Asha. Whether it is correct? Whether it is correct? No. That only second point they are giving value of the argument. What do you mean by value? Name equal to Asha. What's the value of name? Asha. Then age equal to 15. What's the value of age? 15. So each and every argument, the value need to be matched to the argument. Understand now second point? Understand? Next, third one. So here no need to arrange the arguments in proper order. That means, so same example you take student of age comma name comma age. So you can give age comma name. That also correct. Name comma age. That also correct. Any one order you can give. But the value needs to be correct. Age comma name you are giving means what's the first value you need to pass? 15. Then name. If you are giving name comma age means in the place of first you need to give the value name and next you need to give the value age. Understand? Once more, here also 3 points you have studied. What are the points? First, the keyword arguments means identified by the parameter names. Second things, the value of the argument needs to be matched to the parameter name. Third one is here no need to arrange in proper order. So please, while you are studying, differentiate and study each arguments. Then only you will get understand, otherwise surely you will get forget. Understand? So see this example. So here what's the function name? What's the keyword? Def. Def is the keyword. So what's the function name here? Print data of. So how many arguments you are passing here? Only one argument. What's the name of that argument? Name. What's the name of the argument? Name. Only one argument you are passing here. So in this example also inside this function you are giving. So always listen. You have studied after the function definition you should leave how many spaces? 4 spaces. So listen. So they have given then all the lines need to be right inside the function with the same space. See the line arrangements are in same order. So listen, inside this function you are giving print. You are giving simply one statement. Example on keyword arguments. Next, you are going to print this. What are the arguments you are passing? That arguments you are need to print. So listen, they are giving name is to which one you need to call? Where you are giving the name? In this function. So you are calling that function. This is called what? Function calling. So you are calling that function with the value name. Next, return. Okay, it will return the name of the function. Then now you are, what's this one? The line starts with hash symbol means that is called command line. No need to study this one for your understanding. So see, listen, now you are calling the function and assigning the value to the arguments. So listen, how you need to call the function? First you need to write the function name. What's the name of the function? Print data. And now you are going to assign the values to this argument. What's the value? Name equal to, so you can be able to give any one name. Okay, so here they are giving Jishan. Inside the Jishan you need to give Asha or any one name. Okay, so now you are running the program. So how the program will run first? First it will enter into the first line. So function. Inside the function, first what output it will get? Example 1 keyword arguments. Then second line it will come. Print. What it will print? Name. So in the place of name, what you are giving? Calling the function. So automatically the control go to calling function. So in the place of name, what value they have assigned? Jishan. So what it will print? Name equal to Jishan. Understand? Understand or not? This is the example for keyword arguments. Okay. So 3 points you have studied. What are they? First point is identified by the names, function parameters names. What's the name of the function? Name of the argument, name. So name, in the place of name you are giving name only. Whether in the place of name you are giving age? No. So in the place of name you are giving 15. Whether it is correct? No. But what are the arguments you are passing? The values you are passing also match to the parameter. Understand? See the next program. Same program only. They have given somewhat different. One error you are getting. So think and say why you are getting the error. 1 minute, read this program. If you understand means you will find out the error. Why you are getting the error. One time read it. Have you all read? Have you all read the program? So listen. Same program they are giving. Same definition, function name, print data, name. So all the things are same. But listen. So here they have calling the function with the name. In the function calling, listen, print data of, instead of name you are assigning some value. Whether, so in argument, what's the name you are giving? Name. But here if you are calling the function and assigning the values, instead of name they are giving name 1. Whether here name 1 is there? No. So if you are giving name 1 here means, so you can whatever arguments you are passing, same arguments only you need to, for assigning values also, you need to give the same argument names. Because you have studied here, the keyword argument means always it is identified by their parameter names. Isn't it? So here you are giving name, but while you are calling, instead of name, you are giving name 1. So whether you will get the output? No. So while you are running the program, so you will get the error. What error you are getting? In print data, unexpected keyword argument name 1. Understand? So error also you can easily identify here, not like the C++ program. If you understand and write the program, means easily you can identify. Okay. So here what the error you are getting? Name 1 you are not declared here, but you are calling name 1. But if you get the output means either you need to use name here, otherwise you need to change the argument as a name 1. Understand? Understand the second example? Understand? Yes. Yes. See this. This is the third example for keyword argument. Okay. So listen. So what's the keyword? Def is the keyword. Then function name. What's the function name? Print data of. So how many arguments you are passing? 2. What are they? Name, comma, age. Understand how many arguments you are passing here? 2. What are they? Name and age. Last example you have studied, passing only one argument. Isn't it? What's argument? Name. But here multiple arguments you can able to pass based upon your wish. 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 arguments you can pass. Okay. But in this example program you are passing how many arguments? 2. What are they? Name and age. Okay. So inside this you are giving one print statement. Example 3 keyword arguments. Third. Then how many lines you need to print? Name. So you are giving whatever you are giving in the print statement as it is, you will get the output, isn't it? So you are giving name. For name, which one you need to call? Which argument? Name. This name argument you need to call. Next, print age. For age, which argument you need to call? This age. Okay. So you are call the function, call the parameters. Now you need to assign the values for that parameters. So listen, for what's the step to assign the values for the parameters? First you need to call the function print data of function name, then assign the value. Listen here, what's the first one? Name. What's the second one? Age. But in keyword arguments you have studied, no need to arrange the arguments in proper order. Improper order also you can assign. So but in required argument you should assign as it is, isn't it? But here in keyword arguments, how you are assigned? What's the first thing? Name. But they are giving age here, no problem. Okay, in keyword argument, no problem. Like this, no need to arrange in order. So they are giving, but the values you are giving is important. In the place of age, you need to give age only. In the place of name, you need to give name of the student. In the place of age, if you give this name of the student, and in the place of name, if you are giving the age of the student, means you will get error. Okay, so they are giving age equal to 25 and name equal to Jishan. But here name comma age, but here they are giving age comma name. No problem. That's the third point you have studied in keyword argument. So you no need to arrange the arguments in proper order. So now you are running the program. What output you will get? First, print example third keyword arguments 3. Then second line print name. So in the place of name, what value you are assigning? Jishan. Then second line, third line, age. In the place of age, what value you are giving? 25. Understand? Now understand? Understand the difference between keyword argument and required argument? Understand? One time you read the program. So now itself please understand, read it and study. Otherwise you will never get understand and you will never get forget. So please read it and study. So if you understand and study means you will never get forget. Okay? Understand the difference and study. Have you all read it? Yes. Then third argument is default argument. Okay. So default, name itself having default. So here you are giving some default values for that arguments. Okay. So default values you are giving. Okay. So when you are giving this default value means, so default arguments, if you are giving some default value, when you are giving, if some, so you are giving or declaring 2 or 3 arguments. For example, 2 arguments you are giving. Okay. But if you are not passing values to any one of the argument means, so you can give some default values. Okay, you can give some default values. Then if you are giving default values means that for running the program, for that argument, that default values only will print as a output. Understand? First study this example, then only you can able to understand this theory. Okay, listen. So here this is an example program for default argument. So what's the keyword? Function always starts with the keyword def. What's the function name? Print info of. This is a function name. Inside how many arguments you are passing? Name and salary. Okay. So how many arguments you are passing? 2. What are they? Name and salary. So each and every argument needs to separated with comma. Okay, that already you have studied. So name, comma. So in the place of salary, instead of passing values in this area, that means instead of passing values in calling function, here itself you are assigning some values. This value only they are calling as a default value. Understand? So what's the value they have given for salary? 3,500. Okay. So if you are not giving any values here means, in the place of passing values to the function, if you are not giving value for the salary means, automatically if you run the program, all the details, how many outputs you are getting, all the outputs in the place of salary, you will get the output as 3,500. That is called default value. So if you are giving some other values here means, it won't take this value to print. Whatever values you are giving here, that value only will take as a output, or that value only print as a output. But if you are not passing any values in the place of calling function, so this value, this default value will take as a output. Okay. Understand now what do you mean by default argument? Okay. So now read. In Python, default argument is an argument that takes default value. It will take this default value if no value is provided in the function call. What's the meaning? If you are not providing values for this function and that argument, that means this argument here, if you are not giving any values means, this value will taken as a default value. Understand? Now understand the point? Now listen the program. So here you are passing 2 arguments, name and salary. In the place of salary, you are giving default value 3,500. Next, you are printing. Print name. Name means which argument? Name. Then print salary. Which one? Salary. Okay, this is all important. Say here small letter means here also whatever argument you are writing, same only you need to call here. Okay, here also small letter salary, here also small letter salary. Then what's the next thing? So after the print statement, you need to return the statement. So it will return the value. Return. Next, here only you are assigning the values. Print info of calling the function. In the place of name, you are giving what? Many. So inside the double quotes you are giving. But only one value you are giving. Whether you are giving any values to the salary? No. Only name alone you are declaring. You are not giving any values to the salary. Now you are running the program. What output you will get? So now first line, print name. So name, in the place of name, what you are passing? Many. Next, salary. In the place of salary, whether you are passing any values here? No. So if you are not passing values for this arguments in the place of function call, so it will take what values you have default mentioned in the argument, that value will be print. So what value it will take as a salary? Now 3,500. Understand? Understand our default arguments? But in the same program I am telling, so in the place of many I am giving Asha. Then comma I am giving 20,000. Think and say, here I am giving in the place of many I am giving Asha, comma I am giving another one value 20,000. So what output you will get? So if you are bringing name, in the place of many I am giving Asha. So what output you will get? Asha. Then comma in the salary, here I am giving 20,000. So if I am giving the value 20,000, whether this value will be printed as output? No. What's the condition? If you are passing values here, that value will be taken as an output. At that time, it won't take this value as a default value. Okay, here I am giving 20,000 means you will get the output Asha comma 20,000. At that time, it won't take this default value. When it will take the default value? If you are not passing the values here, at that time only it will take the default value. Understand? Understand the default arguments? So that only they have giving. So in the place of that name, they are giving RAM and the comma. This like they are giving print info of RAM comma 20,000. So what output you will get? RAM 20, name equal to RAM and salary 20,000. At that time, it won't take the default value for the salary 3,500 at that value. So default value is ignored by the program. Understand? So next thing is variable length arguments. Okay, variable length arguments. So what do you mean by variable length? So variable length, name itself having length. So it is regarding to some length arguments. So in some places, so last keyword arguments and record arguments as well as default arguments, 3 arguments you have studied. So in record arguments, you have studied about passing values for only one string, str, only one argument. In keyword arguments, you have studied passing values about 2 arguments. What are they? Name, comma, age, 2 arguments. Then keyword default arguments also 2, name, comma, salary. So in some, so last program you have studied keyword arguments. So when it is useful means that kind of functions. For example, so you are going to print the salary for some employees working in an institution or some companies or some shops. So, but the salary will be same for example, in a shop. Listen, I am telling about keyword argument, okay? So, for example, in a shop, 20 persons are working. So, all the 20 persons will getting the salary 15,000. Okay. So, you are writing the program to print the salary details for 20 people. So at that time, no need to give the salary again and again. So in the place of a default salary equal to 15,000 you can give. Name only it will get differ. At that time the keyword arguments is useful. Understand? Yes. Now we can come to study about variable length arguments. So variable length argument means in some places you need to pass more arguments in the function. Okay. Already we have studied about 2 arguments, isn't it? Name, comma, age, name, comma, salary. So in some places, some situations, you need to pass more than 3 or 4 or 5 arguments. At that time, so you need, for example, you are going to display the details of your class students. Total 47 student means you are going to display 47 student details. So all the 47 student details, you need to declare name, comma, age. Likewise, 47 students you need to write as a separate in a function. How many arguments it will come? So student detail means what are things? Name, age, date of birth, address, blood group, phone number, all the details will come, isn't it? So many arguments you need to pass in, so for example, the function student of, inside that name, age, phone number, then blood group, date of birth, the address, like that, lot of things. So likewise, in some situations you need to pass more than 2 or 3 argument means it is a very tough job to write the program like this. So in that situation you are using arguments called variable length arguments. Understand when you are using variable length arguments? So in variable length arguments, instead of writing 3 or 4 or 5 arguments in the function definition, you need to use this asterisk symbol to define the arguments. Okay, so in the program, if you see in the place of arguments, this asterisk symbol means you should know that is a variable length arguments. Understand now? So in the program, if you see inside the arguments, if you find this asterisk symbol means what's the kind of argument? That argument called variable length argument. Understand? Understand about variable length arguments. When you are using variable length argument, sometimes you need to pass more than 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 argument means it is a very tedious process to write arguments in a single line. So at that time you are using variable length arguments. Okay. So instead of writing 4 or 5 or 6 arguments, you use star symbol, that is asterisk symbol, in the place of arguments. Understand? So listen this program. So this program, simple program there. What's the keyword? Def. What's the function name? Sum. Then how many arguments they are passing? X comma y comma z. 3 arguments they are passing. Now you are print sum of 3 numbers. So what are the numbers you need to add? X plus y plus z. Then calling the function and passing the values for the arguments. In the place of sum, they have given 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. But how many values you need? Only 3 values only you need to take for x, y and z. But here they are giving 5 values. So what output you will get? Whether you will get the proper output? No. So always the arguments need to match with the values, isn't it? So but here you are giving only 3, but here you are passing 5 values. So now you are running the program, means you will get the error. Okay, see what error? In the summa function, it will take 3 arguments. Only 3 value arguments are there, so it will take only 3 values. But what the output they are getting, or error you are getting, you are giving 5 instead of 3. You are giving 5. Okay, so like this, if you are passing, means you will get error. Okay, so for this kind of situations, you are using which one? Variable length argument. Okay, so what's the syntax for variable length arguments means? Listen, first the syntax starts with the keyword def, then function name. So already you have studied, always if the variable length arguments means which symbol you need to use? Star or asterisk. So asterisk arguments. Okay, how many arguments you need? So that arguments you need to declare. One argument means 1, 2 means 2. Sorry, only one argument, because you are using asterisk symbol more. So name of the argument is starting with asterisk symbol. Okay, then you need to write the statements inside the function, then return statement. Understand? See, once more you study the syntax. Def keyword, function name with arguments you are giving with asterisk symbol, then you need to write the statements with return. See the example program. What's the function name? Keyword def, function name is print numbers. You are going to print values. Okay, so which what's the name of the argument? Numbers, NOS. So you are printing more than the 2 or 3 or 4 values. So you have given which one? Which symbol? Asterisk symbol. Listen. So inside this you are giving, here you are using more printing 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 numbers, isn't it? So here they are using for loop. Okay. So for in this argument you are assigning one variable called what? N. Understand? N in this argument. N in numbers. You are giving some numbers here. So for that you are giving one variable called N. Now which variable you need to print? This N, because all the numbers you are storing in the variable N. So you are printing N. Then return statement. Now see, this is the syntax, same syntax. Definition, function name, arguments. This is the function body. Then return statement. Now you are giving some value, printing 2 values. First you are going to print 2 values. So calling the function print numbers. How many values? Any number of values you can give, because you are giving asterisk symbol, isn't it? So first you are giving 2 values, 1, 2. Next, again, print number, print, here you are using 3 values. So for that calling function print numbers 10, 20, 30. Understand the difference between that keyword argument default and this argument? For example, you need to print 5 values. So again you can give print 5 values. So again you need to call the function print numbers. You give 5 values, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That according to your wish. You can able to print any number of values. Understand? Now you are running the program. What output you will get? Printing 2 values. So how many values? 1, 2. Then print 3 values, 10, 20, 30. Understand? So like this you need to take print 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 values. At that time you will use which kind of argument? Variable length argument. Okay, so main thing is you need to give asterisk symbol in the place of arguments. Again you need to call the function name. You can, what's the meaning of asterisk? You can able to give any number of values inside this. Okay, understand? Yes, okay. So today what's the homework means? Today you need to write one program. Okay, So listen, the same program at the last I explained, no? In the place of print numbers, you need to give the name as a print name. Understand what name you need to give? In the place of print numbers in the program, you need to give print name. So in the name place of numbers, you need to give 3 values. In your book also the same assignment work they have given. Mala, Kala and Bala. Okay, and also you need to write the output. I'll explain. See, what you need to write? In the place of print numbers, you need to write print name. Okay, then, so here in the place of NOS, numbers, you need to write name. Then for n in name, then print n, this no problem. Okay, then here printing 2, for example, they have in your book they have given 3 values. In the place of this one, no need to write printing 2 values. Okay, here print 3 values. What are the 3 names? Their names they have given, no? That one you should write and you will get the output like this. Understand? This is the homework for you. Please, after completion of this session, study well and write this homework. Okay, understand students? So remaining we can continue the next class. Thank you students. Thank you.